Don't forget to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you know when videos drop. Thanks for watching.
This is the day after our huge tornado in the town of Minden. Now, we were not damaged. We are 8 miles south of here, and this was devastating. This took out a great portion of Minden, flat to the ground. It's the major news of today on April 27, 2024. In fact, Mrs. Peacock lived right above there on that hill, and there was a major tornado in the 70s, and she was lucky to live through that one. Mrs. Peacock, tell us some more about that tornado.
It was in 1976. Minden was having their carnival, and we had been to the carnival and came home, which is just right down the road. And I was watching the storm clouds come in. It kept getting darker and darker, and finally we heard sirens, and I said, those are sirens, we better go in the house. So we no sooner got in the house, and the doghouse flew by the porch, and then after it was all over, the hog house was gone. There was a grain bin thrown in the field. Part of the house was damaged, and of course there was tree damage. It was just like this. Minden had gotten hit, and of course we were without power then for days. It's hard to believe Minden got hit a second time.
We can't get any closer than this spot, but this is a spot that Mrs. Peacock remembers as growing up as a youth, coming up and down this hill, being snowed out of her place on top of that next hill. And when I turn around and look, my gas station of where we get our cars fixed all the time, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm glad I got 36 bags of game bird food, because the place where we get our game bird food is not there anymore. It's gone. With most of the east end of Minden, Iowa, it goes right up to the center of town. We were concerned because we had some peahen hatching eggs going out last night. We didn't know if our eggs left town before the tornado came to town. But I found out this morning it got picked up, so our hatching eggs got out of Minden, but the tornado really devastated this town. So we're gonna have to wonder in the weeks and months to come what's gonna happen to our game bird food, where we're gonna get it. But that's not even important. We are so sad because I remember our tornado. Do you, Mrs. Peacock?
Oh yes, I sure do.
That was 10 years ago in 2014. And we were devastated, but nothing like this. People do not have homes. You have no idea how bad it is until you're actually there. 500 people in Minden, Iowa. That was totally crazy. I didn't even have a clue we were going to be hit that bad. But last night, we saw some tentacles that we thought could have been tornadoes coming out of the clouds to the west of us. 12 to 15 cars going that direction. 10-4, I'm on the road. Plane on the road, looking north. Some cars coming from Underwood still. They might be storm chasers, is my guess. It looks like it is. There's some more cars coming down. Coming from Japan. They're coming from that direction. Somebody just came here. Yeah, they're turning around. Somebody down there. I have no idea. That's fine. We saw some tentacles that we thought could have been tornadoes coming out of the clouds to the west of us. And apparently the tornado missed us by about 1.5 miles to 2 miles to the west of us. And it looked so much like our tornado. I was freaking out. Mrs. Peacock is used to living through tornadoes. I hate them because really, we never ever recovered from our tornado. We still have like shingles in a big pile. We couldn't get it. We didn't get enough money from our insurance company. We just got by and we survived all these years. We have a pickup that doesn't work anymore because of the tornado. We are still struggling. Now, we're far better off than the people who don't have a home. There's a lot of debris out there, and it may take days and weeks and months before anything gets to a decent part to where people can really assess what to do. So we're really sad for what's happened to Minden. We're going to see if we can get a little closer to get some more shots, and maybe down the line when we're allowed to get through town, we'll get some more shots. But the good news is, to all our viewers around the world, our peacock farm did not have any wind, did not have any damage. We had nothing happen to us. It just missed us entirely. If you know anything about tornadoes, tornadoes are weird. One house can stand and the other house could be destroyed. Minden is a great place to live. She's lived here her whole life. I've only been here since 1976, and Minden will survive because they made it after that 70s tornado. Well, Mrs. Peacock, I think we're done up here. We're on the east end of the side of Minden, and it's really devastating. It's worse than I expected. We were on top of the hill. Mrs. Peacock's in the car. There's a 340th Street sign bent over. There's debris all over the cornfields and the soybean fields here, and it's horrible. The devastation is unbelievable. We had terrible devastation on the peacock farm, but these are buildings. We only had the peacock barn destroyed, but these buildings are gone. And you can see they're going to spend lots of hours in the field trying to get all this debris up once they have everything safe here. It's not very good on the east end of Minden, Iowa, on this road here coming into town. Thanks for viewing.
Hey viewers, don't forget to make a donation. The link's below.
Order The Wacky World of Peafowl books at peafowl.com.